Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to some episode of Corvania. It has been a week since we've played, so I don't even remember necessarily which episode we're on, but we are ready to play again. Our loving DM, I Love Kittens, is going to take us through a recap of what happened 2 weeks ago, the last time we played. Episode 9? Awesome. That's amazing. That's what I'm going to name it too. Alright, Kittens, take it away.
Okay, so, after making your way to Codena, following, meeting each other, saving a dwarven, or, gnome kid, you eventually ended up making your way to Codena, a place of outlaws and pretty much where everything is legal. There, you met the Queen of Codena, Farla. She is a drow woman that seems to, at least from your perspective, rule Codena herself. She gave you a task. She wanted you to go into the Underdark, kill her twin, take the circlet that was on her head, and come back with it. Simple enough. Right? Pretty sure. In return, you got a token saying that you were hers, basically, that you were under her protection, keeping you away from any fees or taxes that you would have had to pay. And I think that was pretty much everything. You succeeded in your quest. While in the Underdark, you also went past some crazy stuff with a seeming war between the Drow and Illithid. And you found an abandoned drow city as well, I think.
That is true.
Yep.
Also, my timeline really kind of strayed, but...
Didn't you take a long rest at the end of last episode?
Yeah, I think so.
I think I remember that from the board.
Yeah, maybe we took a rest in the in that cavern off to the side of the city.
I believe that's what we did.
Yay!
Alright. So, you come to still in the darkness of the Underdark. It's kind of, time is a little bit wonky at this point. Broderick being your main, like, oh, it's this time, like, it's, like, Broderick is the only one really keeping your rhythm at this point, having lived here.
And actually, I'm fucking with them. I'm telling them it's day when it's night, and it's night when it's day.
Asshole.
Alright. So, what would you guys like to do?
I think you're fucking with me.
Are you headed back? Or what is the...
Are we investigating that drow city on the way back, like we discussed?
I suppose we should come to a decision on that.
I'm up for it. I don't know what we'll find, but
I'm very curious.
could be something terrible in there.
I'm sure something's looking for me now after the racket I made.
Isn't there poison in that city?
We're not sure if it's
I do think we have to be careful.
It was cloud.
Again, might not be poison. Fog's a cloud, and it's not poison.
The city was empty. Cloud. Not good.
What cloud?
Oh, you know.
When they...
Don't you remember the poisonous cloud in the middle of the city?
Yeah, there was like a big ass crater in a bunch of like.
What were you, brain dead that day or something?
Yeah.
It's almost
Wow.
like you were possessed by another individual.
I wasn't talking to
Have
you,
you-
kittens. I was talking to Jamae. I was just making a stupid joke that she wasn't here.
The memory of a cat is very bad. I think.
I mean, technically speaking, it's not. Cats are super smart when they're not being complete idiots. But like,
You don't know that?
I don't know, my cat's
Jermaine
kind of
was
dumb.
high on catnip for that day.
Sure. Yeah, that's what happened.
She ate a little bit too much of it.
Yes. All right. So, as you guys head back out of the kind of the main portion of this large cavern that holds the Durgar city, you head out back the way you came. Sneak around the city easily enough. You guys know where you're going and where you want to be to kind of skirt around. You make your way back to the main track that leads out of this very large pocket of air and towards the Drow city that you had passed. Still a couple days walk, but easily enough you don't really run into anything. Different sorts, you guys set up watches like normal and eventually make your way to the Drow city. Before you, I think it was this one. The multicolored lights coming from different funguses that kind of grow on the buildings. There's a large cavern, or a large, almost like crater in the center of the city that you can't see from the outside, but once you start going in, it's a very large crater that pits in, but because you had Kree fly over, you know that's a thing.
Big crater with a broken stalactite in the middle of it now.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we're on the outskirts of the city, right?
Yeah.
So, are we going in?
I'm interested.
Well, do we want to see if that gas cloud goes off again, or if it was a one-time thing?
Yes, let's wait.
Okay. You wait and wait. How long are you waiting? Just until it goes off, or are you giving me a specific amount of time?
At least until it goes off again, if it does.
Yeah, like at least an
You
hour.
wait.
See if it goes off in there.
Okay. You wait at least probably 30 minutes, where you see coming from the center a very large plume of green smoke that hits the cavern, and then it starts to expand, covering the city. Probably takes about 5 minutes to cover the entire city, and then it almost recedes and gets sucked back into the big plume and down into the cavern again below.
I don't like this.
That's so
Strange.
weird.
So maybe this is one to get out, or we just avoid it entirely.
I can hold my breath for a long time.
So what do you
But
guys
maybe,
think?
maybe
but
it's
what
not
if-
when you breathe it
Yeah.
in. Maybe it's when you absorb it through your skin. We don't know that.
Yeah, maybe it does something to your skin when
Did-
you go through it.
It did take 5 minutes to get through the entire city, didn't it? So what if we just kind of go around the outskirts, see what we can pick off from there, and wait for it to go off, and then make like an owl bear caught in the forest and get out of there.
I mean, if we want to risk it.
As long as we have enough warning.
And just pretend that owl bear's chasing you. You'll run pretty quick.
You guys can scavenge. I can look out from above. As soon as it starts going off, I'll blow the signal whistle and everyone goes.
That's a good idea. Do we
Sure.
want to split up and cover more ground, or do we want to stay together?
But,
Two small groups and me up in the air might be good.
Yeah, I agree with
That's
that.
not a bad idea.
Alright, 2 groups of 3. Make sure that we all got the signal whistles. Everyone but who didn't take one?
I didn't because I can mimic it, remember?
Yeah. So we've all 6 of us
I
have
think,
signal whistles, so if anyone sees the gas go off, make sure to blow it. Although Kree, you'll probably be the first to see it.
As long as I don't go knocking into any more rocks.
Yeah, you should not do that.
Alright.
Alright, what about Rivette, Jermaine, and myself will make up one group. and then Thrick, Torgga, and Kalaya make up another.
Sounds good.
Works for me.
I'm good with that.
Kree just takes off up in the air.
Right, well,
Okay.
let's
All
move
right.
quickly then.
Be careful,
We-
we'll
So-
meet back here.
Let's walk to the
Kree
another
is up in the air. Sorry.
It's always a good idea to split up the party. Always.
continue.
Okay, so Kree is currently up in the air. Broderick's group of 3 is going to the north, the south. How are you guys approaching the city?
I guess we'll go
Which side of
left,
the city
they go
are we on
right.
now?
So you would be at the south side of the city.
I think
So
we're-
Broderick's
I guess one of
going
us-
left, Torga's group's going right.
I think the easiest thing here is just to go through the gate and one of us go left and one of us go right.
Yeah, that sounds
Agreed.
like a good idea.
And remember, stick to the outskirts so we don't have to run as far.
Yep.
Aye?
Okay, so, Kree, as you fly up, can I get a perception check from you?
$14.
Okay. Again, you fly up, keeping yourself in the stalactites as you move back and forth, making your way into the city. It's still empty. You see no one in the outskirts, and even as you get closer, there's no pets, there's no animals, no insects. It is an empty place. Now, who's helmet? Between, is it Broderick, Jamae, and who else? Rebecca?
Yeah,
Okay.
Rebecca.
Who's going to be helming your perception check?
I
I can
suppose
do-
I have. Yeah, and
mean-
I can assist with my vision, help point some
Yeah.
things out.
Sure.
Okay, so yeah, make a perception check with advantage, Jimmy. Alright.
Does it mean that I
Uh,
do it twice? What does the advantage?
Uh,
Forgot it.
That rolled with you, so you got a 20. Alright, so as you creep around to the left, you kind of just stick to the outskirts, jumping from building to building, and again, it's empty. It seems that there are no dead bodies. There's not a lot of anything. You do notice that there are tracks. It looks like people ran out of this city. Like there are footprints everywhere, all leading the same direction, out.
This smells fishy.
You keep going around to the left side, and you see a set of stairs that leads into the next upper platform around the city.
Do we go up?
Sure. I think we have enough time to go further.
I think so.
You reach the next platform and go up. Okay, Torgga. Same thing. You guys sweep around to the right side. Who's helping your perception check?
Not me.
Was that a not me?
Not me. Yeah.
Probably not me.
Oh,
Oh, jeez.
I guess I can.
Survivors on one.
I guess I can do it then. That's gonna
Oh.
be great.
Assist.
Okay.
I think we
Perception
split
with
the teams
advantage.
too fast.
Nice job with the grouping, Broderick.
14.
Okay. You sweep around to the right. You notice you're actually closer to the crater this way, as you kind of the city's kind of almost oblong, or not oblong, but like hourglass shaped. So like there's a big kind of bulbous front side, and then it goes into an hourglass shape where the crater is, and then it goes out again. You guys are almost closer to the to kind of the hourglass end, so you come through, and as you walk around kind of the corner, you do see the large crater that sits in the center, and on the side, completely untouched, is a temple.
So
Can we just like I start looking at houses if there's like valuables. I don't want to go anywhere near this crater. I just want to like
Make an investigation check.
So by
7.
Sorry.
What was that, Jim?
7.
You go through some houses. You probably pick up about 14 gold in a couple different houses. Torgga, what did you gonna say?
I was gonna say by untouched, do you mean like the other houses are fucked up? Or like what tells us that it's untouched? What do you mean untouched?
Like there's a crater
Mm-hmm.
that sits at the front wall of the temple.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So, temple, and it looks like that is where the crater stopped, at the front wall of the temple.
Like in an unnatural way, or like oh, what a coincidence, it didn't hit the temple? Or am I not sure?
I mean, it looks a little weird. The two houses next to it are actually partially collapsed. But this one, it looks like there was a slight curvature in shape to the temple that let it sit there.
Okay, Torgga's
a little weird.
Yeah, Torgga's definitely eyeing that up. That's strange. She's an intellectual, so that's weird to her, and she is getting curious. For sure.
Okay. Alright. At this point, Broderick, Jamae, and Rivette are coming up onto the second platform, and you can starting to see the crater as well. Kree, up from above, you can actually see both groups, and they seem to be intersecting a little bit. You can see Torgga, Thrick, and
Kalaya.
I keep wanting to read your guys' nicknames, and it's really effing with me.
What do you mean?
And Kalaya. Because I see in Corvania choice, I see Slotus Bang Bang, Ariana's.
Oh, yeah.
It's really fucking with me. And you can see them kind of looking around this temple. Kree, you also see that this temple does look a little odd.
Like off, like there's things moving around, or off that the building looks weird?
Off that the building is not collapsed at all, even though the two buildings next to it are, and that it looks like it was the crater was contoured to this specific temple.
So I guess eventually Torgga would probably try to get somebody else, either Kalaya or Thrick's attention and be like, hey, look at the temple. Isn't it kind of curious how the other two houses beside it were damaged by the crater, but the temple wasn't touched? And
Can I make an Arcana check?
I was gonna say, I kind of turned to
Sure.
to Kalaya and like, don't you like, aren't you kind of like religious? Like, have you ever heard anything about this?
That would be a 15 on Arcana.
We should leave soon.
It's hitting about the 20-minute mark, 20-minute mark. As you walk closer to the temple and to the crater, you do see that because you couldn't see that specific, you could see that the crater kind of hit the edge of the temple and then hit the other edge without it being damaged. But as you kind of sweep around, you do notice that it looks like a hole was blown out of the temple, so from within out, and there sits a book sitting on a pedestal looking out at the crater.
Do I see that?
Yes. The book is
Okay.
very much magical, and it's definitely something magical that blew out the hole in the
Okay.
wall.
Can I pick it up and then bring it to Torgga?
You would have to go back around and into the temple.
Oh, well, can Torgga see it?
And so, like, right now, I'm gonna draw a really crappy map. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
I am ready.
Wait, I'm not.
It can't be. It can't be better than.
Hey,
Peaches.
hey!
What do you hate?
Kalaya, right now, you are standing kind of on this edge right here, and you're looking in, and this is where the book is. So you could try and like
Wait, what?
make that kind
Oh,
of flipping
it's
around
below the
leap.
map, guys. If you,
So like this wall is gone here.
it's below the. If anyone's questioning like what she's referring to, it's below the artwork. You have to zoom out a bunch.
My bad. Yeah.
Okay, wait.
It's
So
a
what's?
lovely.
Yeah, what is that? Oh, this is the book. The little circle here.
Hold on. Redrawing. There we go.
Yeah, take it back,
We have
JK.
Lovely, lovely
will
temple
never.
here. We have.
Okay.
This is where the crater is. And this is where this wall is the one that's blown out. There's a book here. And Kalaya, you are standing like right on the edge, kind of peeking over.
Okay.
So
but
Good,
can
if
Torgga see
you
that?
want to. Is Torgga over here?
I have no idea.
I thought we were all together as a group.
I was interested on how she could see the book, but that then she would have to like walk behind the building to get it. I was a little confused.
Me too.
Well, I mean, she can go through. So, like, she kind of leaned over and looked, and you saw, like, the blown out wall. If you wanted to, you could kind of, like, jump over into the.
Okay, yes,
Sure.
I want to pick up the book.
Okay.
Is there a front door?
so
Can we just like? Is that the back of the chapel? Is there a front door like right here?
that's the back.
Can we just go in the
Yes,
front door?
There's a front door. That was my point.
I
is you guys
don't
could
jump.
go
No,
around to
don't
the
jump
front.
in there. Like that. There's a door right here. Look, I could probably, if it's locked, I can probably break it down. Torgga walks up to the.
Kaya's still jumping in.
No, I'll walk over to Torgga.
Torgga walks up to the front door and has Aegis like pull on the handle.
It opens fairly easily. Inside, so the book was sitting like on the very, very edge, at a deep black stone pillar. A large book opened. In front of it, you see a scorch mark, probably about 5 feet across, sitting right in front of the book, closer to you guys. So like,
The scorch mark is
I
where?
don't know. Yeah,
Like on the floor
Yes.
or?
yeah, it's on the floor here.
Hmm.
Right in front of the book. There, the inside, it looks like most of the kind of the pews and different altars have all been kind of blown down, but the structural integrity is intact, except for that main wall.
This is all very strange. I'm not sure I even want to touch that book. It looks like it blew out the back of the wall.
So are we with them now, or are we still walking?
We're still up on the
Yeah.
second layer.
Yeah. So
So
we
you
didn't
are
go
on the
towards
second layer, and you're approaching the opposite side. You can actually see them in the temple on the
Oh.
other side.
Okay, so we're on the other side of the crater.
Yep.
Okay.
And Kree, you're looking from above, watching.
Yep.
So Torgga didn't pick up the book then?
Not yet.
Like, you don't want to pick it up? Can I make a check on it, kittens?
You made the check. It's definitely magical.
Well, I made the check on the building.
Yeah, if you want to make an Arcana check on the book.
Yeah, I think Arcana would be the best one. Okay. Uh, 13.
Okay. The book is definitely magical. As you get closer and you look, you can see different, not just arcane runes, but it seems to be religious iconography as well. You see different symbols, but nothing that you can specifically read unless... What languages do you know?
I know Common, Sylvan, and Primordial.
Okay, nothing that you can read.
Okay, fuck it. Can I pick it up?
Okay, you pick it up, and nothing seems to happen. You have a book. You have a very large book.
Cool.
As she
I'm
picked it
going
up,
to
Torga's
bring
like
it-
shield came out of her arm and she hid behind it for a second.
I'm gonna walk up to Torgga and give it to her.
All right. Have Aegis reach out and hold it.
It seems to be fine. Like, it's
Fine?
not doing anything to me. Probably just a book.
Okay, so
guess.
Aegis takes it.
Yeah,
And
Aegis
Aegis
is
is
yeah, because
currently
he
holding it.
yeah, Torga can't really do a whole lot. She has to wear the gauntlets to control his arms. So he puts his hands out and she puts the book down in his hands and they're just like out in front of him, holding it, not moving. Palms up,
Yep,
just
Aegis is
kind of holding
currently-
it. Yeah.
Oh, holding it open.
No, just unless she put it in his hands open.
Nope.
But I did not assume that. Now we're just kind of awkwardly
I didn't
staring
open
at
it. I just gave it to you.
Oh, what? I mean, what do we do with it? Do I put it in the bag? I've got to be honest. I'm kind of scared of this book. How is it that everything
I figured
around
you'd
here?
want to read it.
I don't know what it is.
Open it. See what it does.
Why? What could possibly come of that?
To see what it does.
Why are you so
To
curious?
see what it is. Don't you want to know?
You're more curious than the cat. And we all know what happened when the cat got curious. Well, not our cat, but just the cat in the saying. We could kill us.
I already picked it up though. It seems fine. You should just try it. Don't you want to know what's inside of it?
I turn around and look behind me. Is Strick behind me?
No, I didn't come anywhere near
Went
this.
off a
They
long
come-
time
yeah.
ago and has been going through
I don't
buildings.
think that's a good idea. I've read stories about people that opened books that didn't know what they did, and bad things can happen. Here.
Fine.
If you-
Let's just go find everybody else then.
All right.
Do you want me to open it? I'll open it.
Guys
If you let me
Are
get
hitting the 25.
shit, we gotta go.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll open it later.
You can
Or
open it
I'll
later.
Open it.
All right, so Torga has Aegis kind of tuck it into his stomach thing where the bag of holding is, and all right, let's go find Thrick. Wonder if he's got any treasure.
Okay.
Okay,
You
what
walk
should
out,
I should I write down,
pretty
kittens, for
easily.
that?
Fine.
What is it, like black ominous book?
Yes,
Black
exactly.
book from the Drow City. Like,
Book from Drow City. Okay, cool.
my kitten's crying.
I heard her.
Okay.
I can't hear her.
So as you guys start to go back, Kree, you notice that they seem to have found something and are headed out of the temple. You guys on the other side also see it. Did you guys want to search buildings or anything while all of this was happening?
I
Yeah, I'm
was
looking
just
for
I was just looking around and seeing if there was anything suspicious.
Make investigation checks for me.
yeah, and I was looking for a big house that'd be full of expensive shit.
Okay.
That's a natural one.
Okay. You
Drink.
guys.
Oh wait, we're wrong session.
As you guys are kind of looking through buildings, you get distracted by Kalaya going up to this book, grab it off the seemingly with no kind of worry for her
Caution,
health or safety.
safety, hesitation.
My wisdom is 11, guys.
Average.
Pick it up.
It's better than mine.
and
Also,
take it
I
to
am
Torgga.
18.
Yeah, okay, that part I get.
And you guys are distracted watching her like, what the fuck is she doing? Eventually the 25-minute mark does roll around. You do end up finding a handful of probably about 10 gold pieces. In the houses, you don't find any specific house that was really nice. You're thinking the really nice houses probably were in the crater when it.
So Broderick found the gold because I wasn't searching for gold. I was looking for.
Oh, how much gold
suspicious.
did we find?
10.
10? Alright. I'll just pocket the 10 gold on the snow and asks about it.
Hey. You guys, after kind of hitting the 30-minute mark here as you're just exiting the city, doesn't seem like any gases went off.
Interesting. What's the book?
Who knows? Could be cursed. Could make your eyes bleed out of your skull. I mean, if you anyone
Yeah,
wants...
she's too afraid to open it.
So Kalaya, why the hell did you just pick it up? What if something bad happened?
Why the hell not?
I mean, I would have picked it up too, but just saying.
See? Curious like the cat, that's what I said.
I'm not a cat. I'm a human.
But I am.
She's a cat. Curious like the cat, that's what I said.
Well, somebody should open the book.
No! Alright, fine.
If we die, we die.
You... What
I don't want
the
to
hell is wrong with you? I don't want to live. I've got to go see my parents soon. I want to help people with this awesome suit of armor. This awesome Aegis. God, I'm so flustered. You just want to open it. What if it sucks us into another dimension and we have to fight demons?
I've been in another dimension, man. It's fine.
Oh, it's fine. Oh,
For you,
that's
perhaps.
fine.
Okay.
Because
So
it's not like
nobody
visiting
wants to
another
open the
dimension is
book?
like
No
going
one's
camping.
curious?
I mean,
I
if
spent 10
Kalaya
years
wants
in
to open
another
the book,
dimension.
I'm kind of curious, but I still don't want to get cursed or anything, so...
I mean, if you want to.
You can open it.
If you want to open the book, I will give it to you. But
I will stand over here.
I agree. I'm going to stand far away while you open it. And then if it's safe, I will come and I will look at the book. Where are we at now?
Okay,
Maybe we'll let everyone
kittens, I'm
else
gonna
stand
open the
30
book.
feet back.
Have we left the city, or are we like at the mouth of the city?
yeah, you guys left the city. I assumed, not wanting to. After this conversation, after about 40 minutes since the gas went it the first time, the gas goes off again, filling up in a large plume at the top and then spreading.
Kree does the signal and starts flying towards the outskirts.
Oh, we're already out.
Yeah.
We're good.
You
I think
guys
we're watching it
see
from a distance.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay, so Kalaya.
All right, hold on.
Aegis.
Yeah, he pulls it out of his chest, from underneath the chainmail, holding it by the opposite side of the spine, so that it's definitely closed. And reaches out.
Okay, wait, kittens, before you start, I want to open it. I want to use Unseen Servant to open it. Can I do that?
All right, well here,
Oh,
Aegis is reaching out with it. Here, you can take it, but please give me a minute or two to get away from you. Here.
Okay.
All right.
Yep, that's fine.
Okay.
I'm
She
gonna
takes
put
it
the
and I
book on the
walk away.
ground. I'm gonna go back 60 feet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna follow her, and I'm gonna go back like 60 feet.
I'm like 100.
And I cast Unseen Servant,
okay.
and I open the book with my Unseen Servant.
Book opens.
What's it say?
Can your unseen servant talk? I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
Pretty sure it can't talk or read.
Did anything happen?
So are you gonna go?
Yeah,
up to
but
it?
I'm just using it so that I don't have to be close to open it.
Okay,
Well,
so
it
you're
sounds
gonna
like it's
walk
now
back
open.
up to the book.
Hey, okay, hey,
Yeah,
kittens,
if nothing
when
happened,
they
I'll
were
walk up
pulling-
to the book.
When they were pulling
What's
the
that?
book out, was I able to read the text that was on the front of it?
Yeah, you could definitely read it. The cover you could read, yes.
Okay. What did the cover say?
Book of Death.
It is the consort of Narare. Is what it says on the front of the book.
And am I familiar with this book in any way?
Make a religion check.
Eight.
So the only position, or the highest position that a male drow can hold is to be a consort of priestess. The consort of Narare was probably a high-ranking male of some sort. You're not really sure specifically who he would have been, but that's probably what it was. Yeah.
Broderick, are you telling this before I walk up to the book?
No. I'm gonna keep this one a little close to the chest.
Well, the book is open, yes, kittens?
Yep.
Okay, so I turn back to Torgga and I'm like, see, it's fine. And then I'm going to walk up to it and pick it up again.
Okay. All right, you pick it up. You can't read it. You don't know the language that it's written in.
Yep, so I'm gonna bring it back to Torgga and I'm gonna try and hand it to her again and be like, see, this is knowledge for you. You can figure this out. And it's not gonna kill us.
I don't think I can read it. I only
That's
have
because
Dwarven
it's an
and...
undercommon.
Oh, can you read it?
I can, but admittedly, I'd rather not.
Why?
Why not?
You
Can
all,
we please stop
you
being
all would
afraid
owe
of
me
this
many a
book?
drinks. You all would owe me many a drinks if I read this, because, to be honest, when I left this society, I wanted nothing to do with Narare, let alone a book about her consort.
I will buy you a drink if you read it.
Kree hands him the gold, the herb pouch, and goes, "This good?"
By the way,
I think this one.
go ahead.
I could offer you catnip.
Unfortunately, it has
you
no
don't use it.
effect on me.
That's basically what Kree just handed you.
By the way, Kalaya, I'm not afraid of it anymore, but I can't read it. What am I gonna do? It's useless to me.
I thought you might be able to figure it out, or if Broderick stops being afraid of the book, he could read it.
Alright, children, can we all stop arguing? For God's sakes, Broderick, read the damn book.
Oh, fine. And I start reading I just open the book and just kind of read the first page silently to myself and just kind of give them the general gist of it.
What is Broderick alignment?
It's chaotic neutral.
You can't. There's nothing on the pages. The page that Kalaya has currently opened up is blank to you. You cannot read it.
Huh. Strangely
Wait,
enough.
can I read it?
Kalaya,
Wait,
book is-
yeah, hold on.
This
We gotta
book is
back up a
empty.
second. Who all saw words then when it was opened up? Did anybody see words?
If you looked at the book, I thought that Torgga didn't look at it. If Torgga didn't look at it, or Torgga looked at it, she wouldn't have seen anything.
Okay.
Kalaya, I think, out of everyone, is the only one that can read it. If I'm not mistaken.
But I can't read it because it's an undercommon.
Yeah.
Kalaya,
Yeah,
I don't know what you're
Korean
talking about.
writing
This
here.
book has a cover. The cover says Nadare's consort, or the consort of Nadare. But the book is empty. There's no words in it. This must be some
Yeah,
trick of the
There's
drow.
words in it. It's just undercommon.
Maybe Kalaya
I
can
just can't read
read
it.
the words and Broderick can translate them to us.
I don't know what you're talking about. There's no words in this book. Jamae, tell me I'm not crazy. There's no words in this book, right? And I kind of hold it up to her.
I will look at the book. Do I see anything?
What is Jamay's alignment?
Chaotic
I'm
neutral.
assuming she's chaotic neutral. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
can't read it.
Damn.
Torgga
Yeah, I
is
can't see
good,
anything.
correct?
Yeah,
Kree
yeah,
can't read
lawful
either.
good.
What's so? Okay, I assume that Kalaya is the only one that can read this.
I
Or-
do too.
Can see the words, right? There's a difference. She can see the words,
Yeah,
she cannot
I
I
read.
can see that there's words on the page.
Yeah.
So the rest of us can't
Exactly.
even see words. Oh, it looks like a journal. Maybe I could use it for a spell book or something.
I wouldn't write anything in it quite yet.
It's not blank. There are words. They're just an undercommon.
All right, Claia,
How come
darling,
we can see it?
perhaps transcribe what you're seeing onto another sheet of paper, and then Broderick can take a look at it, just to give us an idea of what the hell this actually is.
Maybe we should wait till we get back to town for that.
I still think
It's a
some
good job,
screws.
though. Good idea.
I think some
We
screws
could
were
wait
loose
till
and
we get back to
Kalaya's head.
town.
There's no words in this book.
I just glare at Broderick.
All right, what did I say about arguing at children? We'll figure it out.
Let's just wait till we get back to
Sure.
town.
I'm not
Kree just
arguing. I'm
making
really
the
pointing out the
cuckoo symbol.
obvious.
Maybe you're the one who's crazy, Broderick.
I'm many things, but crazy is not one of them. I'm one of the sanest individuals you'll ever meet.
Please don't bring
And I
up
turn to
the
Revette and I say,
crazy
I'm
tone.
not surprised.
Oh, there's many reasons I don't like him. This is just one.
All right.
I've been called the sleazeball. I've been called the criminal. I've been called the con man. But I've never been accused of being insane.
All right.
I beg to differ.
If you don't mind, can we please get out of the Underdark? Can we go?
Yes.
I don't like being
I
down
need
here. It's
daylight.
creepy.
I need daylight.
Well,
And
that
that
we may
head-
not
Agreed.
get, but we can at least get back to
Aw.
civilization.
And that head's gonna start to stink soon.
Aye.
Oh, right. Then-
Aye. You've got the head and the bag of holding. It's not the bag of holding.
How did we forget about that? It's like it's been 2 weeks, but it's only been a day.
It's hard to tell down
I
here
can
when-
probably smell it better than
It's
you
all
guys.
those drugs you've been doing. I think that's what
Well,
it is.
no one can smell it right now, but
Yeah, but I mean, I'm a cat, so I can probably.
Mm-mm.
I would probably
No,
smell it better.
It's in the
no,
it's in the
in
bag of
another
holding,
plane.
and the bag of holding is technically a pocket dimension somewhere, so you can't smell shit. Yeah. It
Well,
doesn't.
Whatever in that dimension.
That other dimension does not is not a refrigerator though, right? So that head is still decomposing. So we need to get back to town.
But what about our cheese?
Stork trying to say something?
They don't
Go.
touch.
Let's go.
We
Aye.
have cheese in the bag of holding.
Kree starts marching the way we came from originally and getting out of the city.
Aye, let's go.
I'm gonna follow
Alright.
behind Kree.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll follow.
Easily enough, you guys travel for a couple more days, going through, and you do see, you're coming up on the drow city that you saw last time, the one that the Illithid were marching on.
All right.
I'm
Stealth mode.
assuming you guys are stealthing.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, let's approach carefully.
We do stealth
So
checks.
yeah. Yes, stealth checks. I'll say you guys all have an advantage this time, just because you know where to go and that it's super important.
Holy shit!
2 natural 20s.
Nice. Very good.
Wow! Look at
This
those
is a good-
stealth rolls.
This is a good roll.
I rolled
All right,
two
all right.
nines.
So everyone is
Two nines.
So easy enough. You all creep as low as you can, as quiet as you can, past the city.
Let me see in it.
I would like I would like perception checks from everybody.
Ooh, JK, nice. That cat perception.
Yeet.
everyone but Kree, Aran, Kalaya, and Torgga. So everyone that rolled a 15. Oh, and Broderick. So Revette, Jamae, Thrick. The city looks very similar to the one that you passed a couple days ago. Where once it looked to be a start of a battle zone, it is again empty. This time you can see, because of the way the city is built, the large tower that once reached all the way to the tip of the cavern is gone. And there's another large crater in the center of it.
Well then.
Weird.
What now? It's gone?
That's good.
There's another crater.
I think we need to report this when we get back to Codena. We should
Oh,
tell
absolutely.
someone.
Yeah.
Because Codena could be next. Who knows
Once
what the
we
fuck's going
negotiate
on.
a price for the information.
We should get money for it.
Jamae.
So do you think the Drow are doing
Also-
this to themselves, or do you think the Illithid are?
Well, we saw the big brain in a pool. Aye?
That was nasty.
This seems like a takeover to me, not a
Aye.
done to yourself kind of thing.
I agree.
I suggest we keep
Just
moving.
begs
the
and
question.
move.
Yeah, let's get around as quietly as we can.
Okay. And Jamae, because you rolled the natural 20, and being the ranger tracker you are, you and Aran notice there are footsteps again leading out of the city towards Codena. Looks to be a lot of footsteps.
There's a lot of footsteps going towards Codena,
Aye?
guys. This is...
They're going
This
back to
seems-
Codena? Oh,
yes,
shite.
they are going towards Codena. I don't think this is good.
Well,
Shite.
it was nice knowing Codena, but I suggest we get back on our ship and get far the fuck away.
Well,
Not
let's
parked at
let's
Codena?
just... Yes, it's parked in
It's
Codena,
parked
so
in Codena's docks, isn't it?
so we need to go there anyway. But let's just be cautious.
Agreed.
We
Let's-
might.
let's
We
be
be cautious, we be stealthy, and
Yeah.
we get the fuck out.
Yep.
We may not have time for
You
caution
continue
or stealth.
forward after. Okay. Are you guys stealthing or no?
Yes.
Yes, and do we see any
Yes.
of that green smoke? Green fog, whatever it is?
Poison.
If you sit there, as you're walking away, you do notice it starts again. This time, green smoke coming up, green gas or fog or whatever. What green airy substance comes up, fills the city, and recedes again. Jamae, following the tracks, you do notice that instead of heading towards, as you guys get closer to Codena, you get to the main passage in the Underdark, the one that runs from Azul to Codena. And the footsteps, instead of heading towards Codena, turn and head towards Azul.
Well, good news. They aren't going towards Codena, but they are going towards the other city.
Is Seoul another dwarven city?
It's like.
Yeah, that one's a dwarf-only type of city.
What?
Is it like the capital city of Zanana?
Sort of. Azul is a place of tradition, of very much dwarven tradition that does not allow outsiders. It has a very strict hierarchy. You are born within your caste and you stay within your caste. If you are born poor or casteless, you basically live in the slums with no way of making money. It's possible to lose your caste if you're not able to continue your trade.
Aye.
And this is why Codena is so filled with dwarves, because any of the casteless from Azul make the dangerous trek through the Underdark to Codena.
We need to tell someone about this. As soon as we can.
Yeah. We need to warn the Queen of Codena.
I don't know if she'll care.
Well, maybe not, but we still need to warn her. It's basically her city, right? So
I don't
she wouldn't
think so.
want it.
No.
She wouldn't want it to be like
Codena's her city.
taken over.
I don't think she
Yes.
gives a fuck about the other one, to be honest with
That's
you.
what I meant. I meant that we need to warn her about this.
But they're not going to Codena. Didn't you say the tracks lead off
Yeah.
to Azul?
Yes, but if they decide to go to Codena
So,
after the other city.
for now, who cares? My family's originally from Azul. I need to go warn someone. I mean,
Yes,
my
that's what I
parents.
meant.
My parents don't know. I'm kind of talking to Cree, who just put something in the chat.
Oh.
No, that's technically my home city. I care very much. My parents don't live there anymore, but this is very serious to me. And I am not going to hold this information for gold. Those of you wishing to get gold out of this information can fuck off.
Calm down. Calm down. Take a breath. I will go with you to Osu, alright?
Yeah, we can tell your home city for free, but we can go tell someone else for money. It doesn't mean we're gonna charge your family.
We need to get the information out. We're not anywhere near Azul. So we need to find someone in Codena who can maybe pass the information quickly.
We have a
sail faster than they walk. We finish our business in Codena, we sail to Osu.
Aye.
That's a good idea.
Barring your family, Torgga, Azul is a den of assholes and cunts, if you ask me. This invasion couldn't have happened to a nicer group of people.
That's my people you're talking about. That's kind of
Robert,
rude.
for once in your life, shut up.
I mean,
Yeah, that's
you're not
really
entirely
rude.
wrong, but that's my people we're talking about. Not all of us are castrated from their people like you are. I care very much about
let's
Azul.
just say,
And we were hoping to go back someday. The whole reason I'm using this machine, I'm using Aegis to try and bring good to people, and I wanted to come back. I didn't expect to come back so early, but I wanted to come back with something that would get my family's caste restored, so we could go back to Azul. We can't go back to Azul if it's destroyed by Illithid. Do you see now?
But maybe we can go there faster.
And Torgga seems like potentially on the brink of tears at this point. This is not a game. I wanted to go back to my city someday. We need to warn them and somehow get word that there could potentially be terrible things coming.
Torgga, we will.
I see your point, Torgga, but we could be days behind this group. They're days ahead of us.
All right, so let's go. And Torgga just storms off.
I follow her.
Towards Codena or Azul?
Towards Codena. We gotta go back to the ship.
I follow.
Torgga's not stupid. We gotta go back to the ship.
Okay, so you guys march forward towards Codena. It's probably another day if you march completely without stopping, taking a point of exhaustion, or you could stop and rest, and it'll take about a day.
We can stop. I'm not willing to
Yeah, I'd
risk
like
our
to
health.
stop.
So wait, hold on, real quick for ration count. How many days is it between the two fucked up cities? Did you say
you
like
guys
2 days?
bought enough. I know you guys bought enough. Between Azul and Codena?
No, the two fucked up cities, the drow cities.
Probably 2, maybe 3.
Okay. Torgga begins
About?
digging into the rations in the bag of holding because hers have ran out.
Okay. Alright. So
If I
eventually...
could have a moment, Torgga. Oh.
Yeah. So
hold
okay, if we're camping, yeah.
Torgga,
Aye.
I know we had a little bit of a conflict outside of that Duragar city, and it's going out on a limb for me, so I'll go out on a limb for you. I'll help you with this.
Aye.
You have my sword.
Thank you very
I don't
much.
think anyone has an axe.
I have an axe, but I already have it.
And I'm sure you have Jamay's bow, and we've got your axe.
I'm sorry. I just,
And my herb.
Oh, thank you, Thrick. And Torgga kind of takes the rat and waits for Thrick to turn around and walk away, and doesn't really know what to do with it. I'm just gonna set it down over here.
Thrick is staring at you.
Oh.
Intently, like, yeah?
I'm gonna put it in here for later. She's
What
not.
about
So if we're camping, she's not up on Aegis anymore. She's like on the ground, like kind of maybe fixing him or tinkering or whatever. So she like opens up the chest cavity and just puts it in his stomach. All right, I'll save it for later, buddy. Thank you.
So what about the cheese in the bag of holding?
It should still be semi-good, maybe.
I mean,
blue cheese.
if the head is in the bag,
Why do we have
is the
cheese?
good?
It's in a bag of holding. They don't touch each other. It's a pocket dimension. It's okay.
Are you sure?
That's where our concern is right
Hold on,
now.
let me see.
Yeah.
Are
She's
you,
a cat.
Are you,
Can't imagine. Like,
completely sure? Because I don't want the cheese to be bad. I still want.
When
to
did we
eat it.
get cheese? Why do we have
Yeah.
From the
Five
shop.
five
If
wheels
the
of
cheese
cheese.
is bad, I'll buy you a piece of cheese. I don't care if that's
wheels?
We got
Well,
the
we
cheese from the
we are
ship when we
eating for the
stole
night.
it.
Here
what do
you
you
go.
say we treat ourselves with one of those wheels of cheese?
Aye. We've got the cooking spices and
Nom nom.
that's about it. Rations and cheese and spices.
You got
Yeah.
ale.
What do
We
you
can
have?
make a beer cheese soup.
I also have my cider.
Aye.
What do you say we have some cheese with our rations tonight?
I definitely need a couple of glasses of this ale in my new chilled mug. The sound of
Cree wants to take a mug of ale and a chunk of cheese and make some beer cheese soup.
All right, easy enough.
I take
Oh! And-
take some of my cider and give it to Aran as well.
Cree's really proud of his soup. He gives some for everyone to taste.
And Torgga goes, "Oh, aye, Thrick, good idea." And she pulls that rat back out. We could cut this up and maybe make some meat for the soup.
Are you sure?
I mean, is the rat like rotten or is the rat like a regular rat?
It was alive.
Oh! Oh, I didn't. Oh! I see. I didn't realize it was alive at the time. I think. Oh.
Yeah,
Right.
the animals I pull out of my hat are alive.
Aye. Well, here. Could someone kill it? I don't have the muscle strength.
Let's go kill it.
All right, let's skin it and make food. Jemay, you're a ranger, aye? Let's make a meal. It'll make me feel much better.
I guess I can skin the rat. Or something.
Easy enough.
Quick to
You've hunted a lot. You're not sure if you've ever hunted rats, but it's the same concept.
Yeah, well, I am the lead hunters of my clan.
Can I just leaf through the book? Like, I know I can't read it, but can I just, like, sit with it and look at it?
book?
Yeah. Do you want to take a short rest and take some time with it?
Yes, please.
Okay. You watch as Kalia, or I guess you don't watch. You guys are currently making food. Kalia, as you sit with the book, you flip through. After about 45 minutes, the words rearrange themselves into
Oh, fuck.
words you understand. And
Oh.
by this time, you're in the middle of the book, so you flip back to the beginning. And this is a religious text.
Okay.
As you read it, it is about Narare's consort, the mother of the Dark Elves, and her lover, the only male
okay.
of the entire society that she felt was worthy of her. In reading it, the first half of it is about his life, his growing up, and eventually becoming a servant of a lot of the priestesses of Narare, and how he gained the attention of Narare herself by doing a lot of sacrifices, by being the best drow he could be. When Narare took notice, she granted him power beyond what he had before, and throughout his life he was actually one of the leaders of this specific city. which is very rare, being that he was male drow, but he was the drowiest of them all.
The drowiest of them all.
Okay.
Eventually, towards the middle,
He was the whoiest who in Whoville.
Right. You read about his death, and when he died, he was placed underneath the city, and it tells of a prophecy of Narare, that he will be released, and the Underdark will be purged of all who do not follow her.
Oh. So, have I had time to read the whole book?
Oh my.
No, like you're reading bits and pieces and skimming, so you're not getting details. Like you're skim reading each chapter. Like, okay, what's the specifics of, or what's the the general gist of this chapter? Flipping to the next one. General gist. Flipping to the next one. You're about 3/4 of the way through the book.
And there's no, like, I just all of a sudden was able to start reading it?
Yeah, all of a sudden.
Okay, I'm gonna finish my rest.
You finish your short rest, finishing what you read, what I told you of the book. And you flip to the last page, and it's an incantation. The incantation to release the consort of Narare.
And is that divine? Would I know?
It's a mixture of both divine and arcane magics, I guess. It's.
I guess my question is,
more
if I tried to do it, would I be able to do it?
You could certainly try.
But when I read it, that's like, I know what it's telling me, right? Like, I know it's like to release this dude from the
sort of. It's like if you had a 5th level spell in front of you. You can't cast a 5th level spell, but you know the components, and you can sure as hell try. You don't know specifically what those things are, and some of it might be a little foreign, and you might stumble through it, but you can sure try.
But do I know what the spell will end up doing?
It probably, after reading this, probably released whatever being lay beneath the city.
Ooh.
Eventually, you guys finish your meal, grab some food. Yeah.
I was scratching Aran's chin after he ate what was left of the rat. What's next?
Torgga's been, like, anytime she's not eating, has basically just been kind of working on Aegis. Kind of, you feel like maybe it helps her calm down and focus. Been tinkering on him a bit. So are we taking a long rest? Is this setting up for camp for the night then, right?
Yeah, yeah. This is your guys' long rest. So you guys set up for the long rest. Kalaya, what were you saying before?
I think I'm gonna be done with the book for now. I'm just gonna put it away and take my rest and eat and stuff like that.
So you didn't tell us what was in the book?
I'm not even sitting with you guys. I'm by myself.
Oh, okay. Sad.
Roderick offers the herb pouch back to Kree and says, "You look like you could use this more than I."
I use it when I want to, and it just storms away.
Well, someone shit in his ale soup.
I just think we've been down here too long. It's starting to get to everyone.
That's true.
Eventually, you guys all fall asleep and wake up the next day, and head towards Codena.
Alright.
As fast as we
Anything
can.
you guys want to do?
Yeah, and Aegis is walking just a little bit faster than you guys have seen him walk thus far.
She may has no problem with keeping up with Torgga.
Oh no, nobody has a problem keeping up. Just up until this point, he was a little slower than everybody else. And now it seems like he's able to keep up just fine.
Yay.
Alright. You guys eventually come to the main gates of Codena. They are sealed, barred, and there's no one outside them. As you walk up, as you walk up, one of the main, there's a slat, like at eye level, that opens.
Knock, knock.
Hello?
Business of the
State your
Queen.
business.
Tell the queen we've seen her sister.
Yes.
Oh, here.
Show the head.
Open up the
Well,
head.
we don't see the queen yet.
Oh,
Look,
Broderick's face palming at all this mention of the queen.
She's not a real queen.
it's her head? Oh, they all know who she is.
Sure, but we don't need to get into all the details of what we're doing for the... We have business in Codena, and we've returned after
Business with
some
the queen?
period in the Underdark. We wish admittance into the city.
And we're in a rush.
Into the Queen City.
Hurry up. Hurry up.
Look at you being all formal.
He looks extremely weirded out, and he's just looking at you all like,
I
what
can
the
put
fuck?
this away.
Fine.
Sorry.
Come
Okay. I
Open the damn door!
Starts unlocking the door and letting you in.
Wait, so when
as
we
you
got
guys
here the
enter, you
first
notice
time,
that
was it locked down this tight the first time?
It was not. There were guards on
Yeah,
the
I
outside.
thought.
There were different scouts. This is locked down tight, and when you enter, all of the guards that would have been kind of milling around outside are now inside, and there's double that number inside.
So,
They seem to
what's
be
going on here?
waiting
Right.
and watching.
What's with all the
Likely
security?
drow.
Well, let them tell us. What's with all the security?
Haven't heard from Masul in 4 days. Usually keep pretty tight contact with them. Trade
4 days.
we've been ordered. 4
Jeez.
days. We've been ordered to steal the city. That's all I have.
Who's
Are
the main
guards
point of
eyeing
contact?
me particularly heavily?
I would
What'd
hope
you
so.
say?
Or are the guards like eyeing me down in particular?
Not really. Just seem to be eyeing you all, but not particularly
So-
you, Roderick.
If we wanted to get more information, who's the point of contact between the two cities?
Usually, the consul, I think it's usually Farla. If we're not mistaken, she's
We don't know.
She
her,
To
deals
the
do
with
we?
Queen!
We're going to
That's
see
the
Parla
queen.
anyhow.
Oh, my bad.
yeah.
So are
Well,
we going?
You said that a few times.
So are we
I
going?
wouldn't keep her
Queen?
waiting if I were you.
Aye. Let's
Yes,
go.
Let's go.
Torgga leads. Go. She's already off.
I am with her.
Okay. You guys head off, and it's actually not too far from where you're at. It's a few staircases up to the main kind of casino type floor. This floor is fucking empty. There's seems like the fun and games is not necessarily going on as much. There's a few people strolling about, but they seem to be hurrying, carrying weapons, armor, gold. The few people you see are carrying things and are going specific play. It's not the kind of wandering aimlessness that you're used to.
This is not good.
The city's on lockdown. We're
Yeah.
probably scared.
This
Come
is
on.
not good.
Get to the Queen.
As you enter the normal gaudy casino that's full of people, there's still some people people still working, but it's a lot less than usual. As you enter, you see Farla, the queen, sitting at the top, and instead of lounging in her normal kind of couch area, she has a very large table set in front of her, a map spread across the table, and seems to be discussing with a human at her right pretty intensely. The human woman, brown hair, probably about mid-40s. She has some gray at the temples.
Have we seen her before?
You've not. This human woman has a very large scar on her cheek. It is deep red, and it's the first thing you notice about her. It is jarring, to say the least. Rest of her face, except for that scar on her cheek. They seem to be discussing pretty pretty heatedly about something you can't quite hear. And as soon as you enter, the woman looks up, taps Farla, and Farla looks up as well, giving her usual kind of smirk.
So Torgga's probably leading the charge into this room, and she pulls out the head of the Queen's sister and kind of holds it up.
Oh,
All right,
you're going right with the head.
I'm going with the head. Here we go. We've done what you want. Now, I need to know everything you know about s01e. What is going on around here?
We found some tracks and destroyed cities on our way back, so something is very, very wrong.
And a big brain.
Yes.
Let's hold on a second. So you're telling me you saw destroyed cities in the Underdark. I don't know what's going on with s01e. I sent scouts 2 days ago, and they haven't been back.
I saw huge amounts of tracks going from the destroyed city to s01e, or whatever it's called.
An illicit army.
Yes.
Illithid or Drow?
Maybe both.
A destroyed city, Illithid or Drow, headed towards s01e. This is what you're telling me now.
Let's be clear. We came upon a city that was not destroyed, and we saw an Illithid army going into the city with some sort of big brain in a pool, and we were able to sneak around them. And then we encountered another city that was already destroyed. When we got to your sister, we did our deed. On the way back, that original city that was not destroyed was suddenly destroyed, and the tracks led away towards s01e.
Yes.
Well, shit. Yeah.
The book.
Okay.
Where's the book?
Aye, where is the book? Last I saw,
Kalaya.
did we give it to Kalaya?
Yes.
It's a book with no words in it.
It might be a clue.
Kalaya saw words, so I think there's something in there.
Everyone is now looking awkwardly at Kalaya.
Yes.
Where's the book? You've got it, right?
Actually, I was looking at it for a really long time, and I think Broderick's right. It doesn't have any words in it. I was wrong.
Why were you looking at it for so long?
Can I see if she's lying?
Make a deception check versus Jamay's insight.
Can I assist in the deception because I genuinely believe that?
If you
there's
want
no words
to
in it. We
assist,
both
Oh, okay. In that case, hold on. In that case, I would like
So
to
you're
assist.
assisting me?
you can, if you want to assist Jamay, you can assist Jamay.
Yeah, Broderick's assisting you, giving you advantage, but I'm going to assist Jamay because that doesn't make sense. Something's not lining up. Well, it would have been, I guess it would have been the 14.
Is that with advantage?
Yeah.
Yeah,
with
it automatically rolls with advantage.
Yeah, that's with advantage.
I mean,
Sad.
either way, you can't, even if it was the 23, you can't tell. She is an extremely hard person to read, and you're just not sure.
It's not right about you.
I'm still eyeing her up, like,
Aye.
really bad. I'm like, really suspicious, but I will let
Anyway.
it slide because I didn't see anything.
I mean, words or not, we found the book and it's really strange, right? Where is it? Let's see it.
Oh, I didn't keep it. There was no words in it. I got rid of it.
What
What?
do you mean got rid of it? You left it in the Underdark.
Broderick was right. There was no words in it. Broderick was right.
But
There was
you
nothing in it. It must have just been his journal.
You get it, and then you just throw it away.
At this point,
See this?
Carla
I don't
slams
think I
her
believe
hand
this
on
part
the
of it.
table.
Go ahead.
Enough. So, I don't care about a fucking book. You're telling me there's an army of Illithid headed to Asul. That's what you're telling me.
Illithid or Drow, we aren't sure which.
Or both.
Wow. That seems to be a
Would you
fucking
care about
problem.
this book a little bit more if I told you the title of it was The Consort of Narare?
Broderick, I got rid of the book.
I believe that there's no words in it, but I don't believe that you got rid of it.
Me neither.
I know what that means. Consorts, I know what those are, but I don't know of any specific book. I haven't been with the Drow in a very long time.
Well, what do we do?
Alright.
You haven't heard of any... You haven't heard from Isul?
I am taking everything I have to my council, the Council of Codena. The task I had for you for that, and I don't actually need the head, but you have the circlet, correct?
That's just proof. To know that we didn't make a deal with her. You wanted her dead, aye?
Yeah, the head is.
She is dead, very much so.
As you can
Keep
see.
the circlet for now. Do not sell it. You're going to need that circlet eventually. But
What,
in the meantime,
Would you like the head?
what was that?
The trophy?
Creed
I,
just
and
takes
she-
it off, hands it to Torgga, and leaves the head on her table.
I
That's
asked
fine.
what
She just
does
leaves the head there, not.
I asked what does
what
the
is-
circlet do?
It is a bargaining chip that is going to be very important to you all. Sooner rather than later, I think.
Okay, so take a
The
note.
Soul.
Where's
Yeah,
our
sell it.
coin?
Your coin, is that what you said?
Yes.
Yes, Creed's just being very impatient.
Okay. She looks to the dwarf next to her. Get what they need. I'll be in contact with you in the next day. I must go. And she motions towards the human woman, and the human woman follows her out. The dwarf comes forward with a very large platinum coin. It's probably about the size of your palm. On it is inscribed some dwarven runes, and underneath that, and even underneath that, common. So, like in a circle. You are under the protection of Farla, the Queen of Codena, and this coin represents her paying all taxes, dues, and fines that you may accumulate. She hands that to you, and also comes up with about, I think it was how much gold was that?
I don't think I have it written down.
Me neither.
Yeah, I didn't know she was.
I think it asked you on the coin.
Yeah, I thought she was only going to give us the coin.
She was only going to give you kind, but and as a token of Farla's esteem, hands you a pack of 500 gold pieces.
Aye?
We gotta split that.
Much appreciated, Queen. And if you have business that would take us to Asul, I think we're heading there soon.
Well,
Are we?
the dwarf woman. Well, I don't think that you'll be headed to Asul. Maybe, but I think Farla has some plans. She'll be in contact with you.
Well, we'll be in Azul when she contacts us. Come on, Torgga.
1 second. If we haven't heard from Asul in 4 days, I don't know if we can just rush in there. Trust me, you're talking to the one person in this party that cares more about the soul than anything. But if we haven't heard from them in 4 days, we can't just rush in there. We need more information. How do we get more information? If we've already sent scouts in and they haven't reported back, what do we do?
They could have run into the Drow or Illithid on the way there. That doesn't mean that they've arrived yet.
And we've got a ship. We can get there faster.
Can we access the soul from the ocean? Or is it in a dark city?
It is a dwarven mountain, so you can access it from topside.
I think we should go. I think we're gonna get there faster than just waiting around.
Alright.
Maybe we can figure something out.
I have one more piece of business, and I was really hoping to do this myself. But, Torgga turns to the queen and says, I need you to get a message. Can you get a message to anyone in the city?
Didn't the queen leave?
Shit.
The queen has left.
There's nobody in here with us?
One
Fuck.
of the dwarven guard is with you.
How do I get a message to someone? I look at the guard. How would someone get a message to just some commoners? A blacksmith and his wife.
You pay him some gold.
Pay who some gold?
Could be anyone, as long as you pay enough gold.
Well, what if the person doesn't know who they are?
Service.
Fuck it, I'm out of here, and Torgga storms out.
Okay.
I just wanted to send a letter to my family. Fine, let's go. I'm expecting to be back here this early anyway.
I follow.
You guys head out. Where are you guys headed?
Are we going back to the ship?
I guess Torgga would be starting her way back to the ship, but if anyone wanted to stop, she could be talked down.
I just follow her. I don't think I have any more business.
Is there a blacksmith on the way? Like another blacksmith? Torgga's thinking is maybe they know,
absolutely.
You know, maybe the blacksmiths kind of have a committee or know each other or something.
Okay. Yeah, there's another blacksmith on the way. As you head up, you see a very burly human man that seems to be working at the forge in the main black market.
Hello there. I hate to bother you, but I have kind of a weird question for you.
How can I help?
Do you happen to know a Baron Iron Fist? He's a dwarven blacksmith.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, used to know of him.
What do you mean used to?
Ooh. He's been dead for probably, I'd say, a month now. Maybe
What do you mean?
Oh, no.
Got attacked by a thief.
What about his wife?
Unfortunately. We've been helping her out every once in a while, but it's hard for us here too.
All right, here.
She's been pulling along.
All right, here's what I need. I'm in an extremely amount of hurriedness. Words are escaping me right now. Here, I'm going to give you, and Torgga, and anyone who's watching, Torgga reaches into the bag of holding and pulls out 50 gold and hands it to this guy and says, yes. She turns back to the guy and says, I need you to get this to her and tell her that Torgga... Fuck. Tell her that her daughter is safe and that I will be back to make sure she is taken care of. Please, and if I come back here and she tells me that you did not get this gold to her, see this man I'm riding right here? We will rip your head from your body and shove it up your arse. Do you understand me?
Yeah, your
I
ass.
understand.
Thank you. I'm sorry. I'm under a lot of stress right now. I can't believe my father is dead.
Yume is just sobbing.
He actually, he's like, just one moment. And he walks back into his tent. Over the past probably about 3-4 months, I've gotten to know, I guess, your father pretty well. And you said you're Torgga.
Aye?
And he pulls out an axe. It is beautiful. It is intricately carved. It looks to be slightly enchanted. And it is wrapped in a fine fabric.
Beautiful weapon you've
I
got there.
think he'd want you to have this. Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate it very much. Sorry to be so hostile. I've been gone for a while. I did not. Thank you. Thank you very much. If you could get this 50 gold to my mother so that she's somewhat taken care of, I would very much appreciate that. And tell her I will be back to see her. I don't know when. I must go stop our home city. I've got to go. I've got to go. But let her know that I am safe and I'm in good hands and I've made good new friends. Thank you again.
And he takes the gold pretty gingerly and walks off.
Is that a +1 battle axe?
It is a +1 battle axe.
Alright, so for now, Torgga's just gonna put it in the bag of holding and put the bag of holding back into Aegis' stomach.
Yeah. And it does have a name on it.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
I'll take it out and look at it later. I feel like this is probably not the time.
Okay. You guys head out. Where are you going? After all of that,
I would like to
you guys hit all of my story plots in one foul swoop. Where do you guys want to go now?
I'm still crying.
Shopping stream.
I was gonna say there's a little bit I want to do, but maybe at the same blacksmith. We'll see.
I am going back to the ship. Anyone that wants to join me can, but I can't. I don't want to be around people. I'm going. I will see you guys back at the ship.
Jime and Aran follow Torgga, but we leave her alone.
Yeah,
I'll go with them as well.
Yeah, Kree does the similar thing. He goes back to the ship. He's not shopping, but he gives Torgga her space.
Is there anywhere that I could go sit with my book that I don't have?
Depending on where you wanted to go.
Like, are we just in like a town?
You're in a huge city, so yeah, you could go lose yourself somewhere if you'd like.
Yeah, I'll just disappear.
Okay.
Again?
Okay, you go off and disappear.
Yes.
The people who are shopping, I need to know what you're buying.
So, would this blacksmith have studded leather armor, or would I have to go to an armor specifically?
You'd have to go to an armorer specifically. There's one probably 20 feet away from you.
All right, before I go and after everyone's kind of left, Broderick goes up to the counter and sets down 20 gold pieces and says, "Make sure this gets to the Torgga's mother as well," and then turns and leaves.
Fair enough. Okay. And you turn and leave. Yeah. It's easy enough to buy studded leather armor. I think it's in the equipment.
Would you be willing to do any trade-in off of this leather armor I happen to have on me right now?
Probably you can sell it for half the value of what it is. So leather
Okay.
armor, depending on what the value is.
And of course, I'm gonna dicker a little. You know, we're working.
Can I
We're
do a
working with the
small
Queen.
retcon?
Any sort of discount would be appreciated.
Sure. What's up?
I just want to. When he was going to the armor, I gave him my leather armor, and I said, "Get rid of this shit for me." And I don't even care if he brings me any money back. But
Okay. So you can sell both leathers for a total of 10 gold pieces, so 5 gold pieces per armor. Studded leather is 45 gold pieces normally. You can dicker down to 43.
Are you sure you can't do 35 on that?
I can't do 35. I have to have money to buy supplies to furnish the rest of this fucking city now. Furnish. Yeah, that's the right word I wanted. To armor.
Alright, what would you say with the trade in here? Looks like we got 10 gold pieces for these 2 bits of leather armor. Stud leather's normally 45, you said. What if with the trade in I gave you 30 in total?
Fine. 30.
Alright, it was a pleasure doing business with you, and I lay 30 on the table.
Alright. And then, anyone else want to do anything?
I'm already at the ship.
So everyone heads back to the ship Kalaya. You
Hi.
find yourself in what looks to be a library. Dusty, rarely used. There is a very old elven man sitting at the desk. He has long, long white hair, almost to his waist, with a kind of hairless face, very wrinkled. This is probably the oldest elf you have ever seen. He is old. As you go and you sit with the book, are you going to try to read it in depth?
Yes,
or are you just
I
gonna
am.
finish skimming?
No, I'm gonna
Um,
read it.
Okay. As you start reading it, going more in depth, you learn more about his life, his family. You learn a lot about drow culture. Makes sense why Broderick probably left it.
Okay.
Males being almost second-class citizens in drow culture. You learn more about Narare, about her obsession, about her betrayal of the elven kind and the reason the dark elves are dark elves. You learn about a lot of things about drow culture in this first chapter. And by the end of it, this first chapter, man, hold on. The consort is born. Pull up his name real quick. Where is it? But the first chapter seems to be information that you could find normally. The chapter is fairly long. Anthrir. Anthriir. Anthrir.
Will you put that in chat? Thank you. And that is the name of this drow?
Yes. Yeah. Is Beach back yet?
I am, yep.
Alright. So how long are you guys gonna wait for Kalaya?
Is everybody else back on the ship?
I mean, Rabbit is
yeah.
back. I didn't see anyone else like saying that they were coming back.
Kalaya, how long are you going to read this book?
I mean, as long as I can. Like, I don't give a fuck about the other people, so I'm just sitting, reading, doing my thing. They would have to come find me.
Maybe we should just live without her.
Fair.
Just saying.
Yeah, you're assuming that we want to find you. Mistake number 1.
Oh yeah, you probably don't. No,
Maybe
but I would definitely, like, I'm trying to read and understand as much of this book as I can possibly understand. Like, especially, like, since I got to that last page, I want to go back and, like, read through it and see if the more that I read, the more I understand what's on that last page.
Okay.
Between her disappearing before and Kree's emotional situation right now, he could give a shit less if she comes back.
As you saw in the chat, Jemay asked Rabbit if she saw where Kalaya went, but is still not moving to go look for her, but is quite concerned for her disappearance again.
If we need a trigger to move the story along, I guess after a while, Torgga would be just kind of like keeping to herself, working on Aegis, and then like eventually kind of snaps out of it and realize we still aren't fucking moving. We're still not on the sea. And then I guess that's when she would start looking around and like, why aren't we moving yet? What's going on? Are we going or not?
Kalaya is not here. I've been looking at the port for
Kalaya? Fuck Kalaya! Something's weird about her.
I mean, I was looking at the port to see if I can see her, but I don't think we have.
Something weird about her. I do not trust her.
I don't think we have to.
There's like 12,000 things weird about me, just so you're aware.
And then there's your character too.
Oh, burn!
Oh, nice, Keith.
I don't. Whatever.
Okay,
Leave her behind.
I guess just to, because I'm part of the party and I'm not completely horrible, I will say that I gleaned as much as I possibly could from this book on my own. As much as Kittens, you're willing to tell me later. And I figured that I should probably get going because they're probably maybe. If not, I guess fuck it and I'll move on. But I'm gonna go look for the ship.
Okay. After about an hour, you read like the first chapter and some of the second, and you head off to the ship. Eventually, everyone gathers.
Wow, what took you so long?
You see Broderick come on board with a book and a bunch of vials and weird-looking supplies.
You'd better not be brewing drugs aboard my ship, Broderick.
Well, not drugs, but poisons, acids, things like that.
Don't bring that shit near me.
We don't need.
I don't want my fur to get burned or anything, that sort of thing.
Oh, don't worry. The burning will happen with other people.
Do you know what you're doing?
What?
Yes, I'm assuming I mix, and I hold up one vial. I'm assuming I mix this vial with that vial. Oh, no, is it that vial? I've got to read the book first, but trust me, I won't be mixing anything until I know what I'm doing.
You're going to get yourself killed.
So are we
I'm going to
leaving
get
now?
other people killed.
Yeah, I'm assuming that Kalaya just kind of like appeared. Like you didn't necessarily see her come from anywhere, but she's there.
I was watching towards the port, so, and the only way that she could have gotten on the ship, so she can't not have seen her.
You might have seen her. She's very dark and very.
What rolls are for?
What do I roll?
I would roll stealth.
And what do I roll? see if I can see her.
Perception.
Okay. Can I roll Aran's perception as well, as he was also looking?
Sure.
Okay. I got a 16, so I guess she would have seen me.
Not a whole lot to do on the ship. I think that was the only thing she was doing.
Yeah, I wasn't doing anything.
That's fine.
There she is. She's here. Finally, let's go. Can we get along?
Yes, let's go now, because I think we have done enough of waiting.
Torgga turns
I wasn't
to
doing anything.
Torgga turns to Revette and is like, do you need my hand with anything? Do you need the muscle of Aegis, or?
Just getting the ship untethered from the dock.
Aye, all right. Give me the couple of minutes to get saddled up. She eventually goes downstairs and mounts herself into Aegis, comes back up, and does whatever we need to get out of dock.
Okay. Easy enough to get out of dock. And you guys head off away from the port and to the city of Azul. If I am correct, I think it's only a day. Hold on, let me look.
Oh, you made this world, not us.
It should be one.
Kittens, by the way, we still have the old map in Roll20, so if you want us to help you with map and measurements and stuff, we'll probably need the new map.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
have lost my map with the grid.
You guys did just move, yeah, so that makes sense.
Yeah. So I have to find it because
Okay.
I was searching for it earlier and it's not where I thought it was. So that's a problem.
Can we take a
Hopefully
break?
I find it. Yes, we are taking a break as you guys are headed off to the city of Azul.
Are we just taking a break, or is that the end?
I mean, I would be happy to go sleep.
Oh, yeah. JK, I totally
But,
forgot JK.
Yeah, I can still go for an hour, but I'm really tired, so I could go for sleep right now, but we can continue for an hour if someone wants. I'm fine with it.
Me personally, I'm okay if this is where we end. It seems like a good place to end the session. But whatever. It's
Seems like a good stopping point.
Yeah. If Kittens wants to continue, so we can.
No, I'm good. We can stop here. I have I had a few different ways planned. So yeah.
Okay. I can go to sleep. Yay.
Oh, excuse me. I may have just swapped up my
Yay, it's a short
multiclassing
session.
ideas.
Oh no.
Based on the fact that I didn't expect to find my
Yeah.
father died, my multiclassing options may have just changed. We'll see. I don't know.
So-
Oh, that
I'm
was
not,
like a planned thing.
I'm not gonna spoil anything, but yeah, I don't know.
Oh,
Now I'm kind
fair.
of
holy
determining
shit.
whether I want to multiclass into something other than wizard now. We'll see.
Fair.
Yeah. I'm sorry, B.
No, I like it. I didn't expect that, and I have a feeling I know
That hurts,
why he
man.
died, but we'll get into that later, and I'm excited about it actually.
I almost actually cried.
I was kind of
So
like
much-
shaken up when I went to pee when I said I'll be right back. I was like, holy shit, man.
There's so much angst and backstory in this campaign. It's great.
I thought that was part of her backstory. I didn't realize that
No.
you made that up.
No, I made up my mother and my
that
father.
was-
Kittens decided to kill my dad.
Wow.
Thanks,
The
kittens.
most
Yeah,
dangerous,
it does sound like that.
Kittens killed my
the
dad.
most dangerous,
So
the most dangerous
brutal.
thing to be in any fantasy campaign is the parent of an adventurer.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh
Make a
yeah.
character
Yeah,
that is the
parent,
parent
spouse.
of an adventurer.
Child.
Raise your hand if your parents are dead.
Oh, parent. I still have
Well,
one.
Mine are
pretty
both
sure they're both dead.
No.
Mine are both alive, so I'm happy.
Carlisle,
Well,
there's no
Roderick
way
has no
Carlisle
fucking
has
idea.
parents that are alive. There's no way.
I watched my
Even
mother
if
burn
they didn't
alive.
die.
Revette literally has no clue who her parents are.
Brown chicken
Yeah, I
bone.
watched my parents
I've
burn
had a
alive.
cat.
My mom burned alive, but my dad, I was told he was killed, but I'm not sure.
I'm sorry, burned alive?
Yes, I watched my mother
fuck.
get burned alive in a slum fire, and she saved me, and she got burned alive.
Poor little
Jesus
Technically, I'm
Christ.
older than my parents now, so that's a thing.
Wow.
Hey, Ariana, you should come out here.
Yes. Why? What is
Okay,
she
come on.
doing?
Okay, guys,
Come
I'm
here.
going to go sleep.
All right, bye, JK.
Good night.
See you later. Bye bye.
All right, guys. Well, that was awesome. Very good session. Lots of fun. Regardless of the outcome of Torga's dad, that was freaking awesome. You can't have awesome. You can't have awesome positive sessions without having, you know, some pretty negative stuff too. So
Right.
it makes sense.
Absolutely. It was.
Alright.
I had this planned from the very beginning, so I was. You hit the plot hook. I'm like, wow, all of my plot hooks at one time.
Yeah, I honestly figured.
all of them.
I honestly figured that I would before we left the city. My idea was to. I mean, I didn't know how long it was going to take us to leave the city, but before I wanted to leave, before we left the city, I wanted to have Torgga, like, I guess, take the party to go meet her parents. You know, but with what happened, the rush out of the city, I was like, well, fuck, we gotta go. But, you know, Torgga would definitely want to get word to her parents to let them know that she's okay, and, you know, she'll be back to say hi or something. So that actually really worked out. Fucking D&D, y'all.
That was crazy.
Such a fun thing.
D&D, y'all.
What?
All right, bye guys.
Everybody.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Thank you, kittens. Bye.
All right, guys, that's it for episode 9, I believe, of D&D. Crazy stuff. That was awesome. Thank you, kittens, for giving us just another amazing episode and session. I did not expect to get as much roleplay out of Torgga as what happened today. That was crazy. But it's so good when it's dynamic, though, and organic, you know? So, anyway, those of you watching the past broadcast on either YouTube or Twitch, this is the end of the episode, so thanks for tuning in. Tune in next Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time right here on twitch.tv/BeachMore to catch another episode of Corvania. Till next Sunday, that's it for us, and we'll see you later. For those of you watching live, I do need some food, but